Perfect. Okay, so this was our problem left over from Thursday, so we finished on. So now we're going to look at example 4. Okay, so there's no picture for this one, but you might not need a picture for it. Okay, all right. So what do you need to do with example 4 before you start answering if these statements are true or false? What's the first thing you need to do? Help me out here, Lily. Color code it. Yep, color code it. Okay, so let's color code it together, and then we'll look over the statements together and see what's going on. Color code the information in your your description as well as all the statements. Okay, and then we'll see what's going on there. All right, so take a minute, color code it, and we'll talk on the other side. Now, the other thing that I would do is I would also mark what your transformations are. Okay. I'll show you a little trick to keep that figured out too. So we get thumbs when you're done with the color coding. Okay. You color coded the description. You also color coded all your statements. Everything's color coded, right? Don't forget, some of you still have some assignments that you send to me. Those are going to be due by next Monday, the latest. Okay, so make sure you get everything in by next Monday. And if we have 2 more that you need to do, you got to submit one tomorrow, and you got to submit one on Thursday. Right? Thursday's your test review.
6 and 5, and then the study guide?
Yep. 5 and 6 is study guide. Yep. Okay. All right, are you ready to go, guys? Alan, you ready to go? Okay, good. Now, here's the thing, okay? One of the things that you can do when you give it a list of transformations is if you remember which ones produce congruent images, which ones are similar, you can mark that above your transformation. For example, showing your thumb, does a rotation produce a congruent or a similar figure? Congruent or similar? Does the rotation change size or shape? No, it does not. That's a congruent figure, okay? So above here, write a congruent symbol, okay? Does translating produce congruent or similar shapes? Show me a thumb again. Congruent or similar shapes? Is it thumbs up or is it thumbs down? Is it thumbs up again? Nice job, everybody. So note that both transformations on these shapes produce congruent images on their own. So together, guess what? They also produce a congruent image. So is statement A true or false? It is true. Okay. If one of those symbols you just wrote up there was a similar symbol, you have to not circle that statement. Is that okay? You're only going to circle the statement if it's true. Does everybody understand directions? So only circle the letter of the statement that must be true. Okay? A must be true. Because if I only rotate and translate, I don't change size or shape. Okay? Go ahead and try to finish the rest of these now. Read it. Be careful. There might be a trick word in there or whatever. It might try to throw you off your game. Read it. Okay? Read it. So A is true. Okay, everybody have to go to a circle. Should we circle? It's time to debate. Time to decide whether or not you're going to convince somebody else that you're correct or get convinced that somebody else is correct, you made a mistake. All right, are you ready to talk? This is everywhere. Finishing up. Okay, turn and talk to your group mates. Come up with consensus answers. I'm going to roll the dice on these. I'm going to tell you if they're true or false, okay? Read it again, Monica. Read it. Read it. Okay. Okay. Ready to go here, guys? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Going to roll. Going to roll, and I don't have much cheat sheet. That's Madeline's number. Madeline, is B true or false? Okay, why is it true? Very good. I would take that as a reason. You're saying that you're displaying the right thing here. What you're saying is that the color code is the same, which means they're the same side on corresponding shapes. That's okay. That's okay. No, they mean the same side, so they have to be congruent after the transformations. Are we okay with that one? Good, good, good. Okay. Let's look at C then. Let me roll again. Who's it going to be this time? Oh, I get to pick. I'll pick Tris. Is C true? Definitely not. Why not? They're not the same angle. They're not corresponding angles. Very good. Okay. All right. How about D? Let's talk to somebody about D. Okay. We'll talk to Ebby about D. Why not? The color code's the same. Exactly. I love it. Like I said, you have to read. You have to read it. Okay. It could be a little bit of a trick on these. You gotta be careful and watch. Read every single word. Don't just gaze over it. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. All right. We will talk to Lillian. How about E? That is correct. Good job. Okay. Good job. How about F? How about F? I keep rolling a 1. And roll again. Still roll a 1. That's okay. Monica, how about F? Okay, why is F false? Go with colors. Right, they're not referencing the same relationship. It's saying that these two are parallel, red, blue, blue, red to green, purple. But over here, it's red, green to blue, purple. Those are different side relationships. Okay, so we can't say that's true or not because it's not the same parallel sides are not corresponding. Okay, so that's exactly why. All right, all right. How about G, guys? Thumbs up, thumbs down. We'll just listen together real fast. Okay, false or true? And how about H? Right, congruent shapes have to have same perimeter and same area. Okay, so yes, A, B, E, and H. Nice job, everybody. Are we okay with this one now? Okay, any questions for me? Are we good? We have one more problem to do, and then you're done with transformations. Okay, this is going to kind of extend it just a little bit, but I think it's going to be pretty manageable. All right, and the nice thing is that the pre-image is already on your graph. You don't have to plot it. Okay, so let's do the first part together, and then I'm going to give you a chance to do the second set of transformations on your own. Okay, are we okay with that? All right. So suppose that square is rotated 180 degrees, okay? And then it is translated 4 units right and 3 units down. Now, question A, you should probably be able to answer now without having to graph anything, okay? So answer it real fast, and then I'm gonna have you guys compare your answers with group mates. If you need to graph it, then graph it. But if you know your knowledge of transformations and what happens when you perform those two transformations I highlighted, you gotta be able to answer if the final shape is congruent or similar to the pre-image. Just answer problem A. We're gonna work with the others together, okay? Everybody at the top? So I see some people writing. That's fine. That score's already been in Power School. Okay. Talk to your groups. Make sure you guys are all on the same page, and then we'll talk together. Okay? Go for it. Everybody's engaged in the conversation.
Say yes.
Okay, are you done with the conversation? Okay, so on your thumb, is Hij congruent to H prime I prime J prime K prime? Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. Show me a thumb. What do you think, guys? Are they congruent? Okay, I see lots of thumbs up. That's good. Okay, Amelia's going to explain why.
Oh, they don't change size or shape
They don't change size or shape because
because, I don't know, it's a transformation.
no, I was trying to give you a hint. What
Oh, right.
transformations were performed?
It rotated,
And
translated.
those do not change size or shape, correct? Those do
Right.
not change size or shape, right? Okay, right. Now you better be right on your assessment next on Friday, okay? Are you good?
Okay.
That's it. All you have to remember, there's 4 transformations we're talking about here, right? Only one of them changes size or shape. Which one is it? Dilation.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, if the dilation's not in your list, they're congruent. Okay? If it is in your list, they're similar. That's the giveaway. That's the key word you're looking for when you see a list, okay? That's why we practice lists a lot on Thursday. Are we good? Let's write it down. Now, the next part of this, I think, is going to be pretty straightforward because now we know they're congruent, okay? But the next one's going to be a little more interesting. Yes.
On the test, would it count to say that it doesn't change in size or shape? Like, would you count that answer?
Yes, I probably would. Because that means the same thing as me saying preserves congruence. Which is what I'm writing. Okay? They are synonymous. All right. Once you have your answer for A down, okay, here's the deal. If HK, how long is HK, by the way? How many units? Where's your hand when you've got it figured out? Evie? 3 units long, okay? Discount squares. So if HK is 3 units long, raise your hand. How long is H prime K prime going to be? Or actually, do better yet, show me on your hand. Now, so everybody can listen to or here at school. Say the number 1, 2, 3. 3 units, perfect. Everybody okay with that? Okay, awesome. Oops. Okay. Now the next one's gonna be a little more interesting. It's saying after you transform the square by rotating it and translating it, we need to find out where J prime lies. Okay? Where are the corners of J prime? Now the good news is that you don't have to do it for all 4 vertices, you just have to do it for J prime. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to focus our attention on J prime. And what first we're going to do is we're going to rotate 180 degrees, okay? That means you have to lock your orientation and physically rotate your iPads. So go ahead and do that. And I'm going to make a note here that J's coordinates so far, when we start here, I think are -1. I get -1, -6, I think. That sound good? Okay, so do the rotation. Okay, and then make a list of what the coordinates are, and then we'll apply the second transformation to those coordinates. Okay, so after you've done your rotation, check with your group mates, make sure you guys are on the same page about what the coordinates for J are. Okay, and how they change. Baron?
So are you supposed to be counting this too when you count the coordinates? Because I'm going 1, 2, 3.
No, that was the right way to count. The way you just did it.
Okay.
You start at the axis and go down.
Okay.
Okay. Where's your starting position? Okay. Now, rotate your iPad 180 degrees. That's 90. That's 180. Now, it's in quadrant 1. So just get the coordinates at the point down in quadrant 1. Okay?
Is it negative?
No, because now you moved to quadrant 1. Okay? Evie? We're doing the rotation first. Make sure that part's good. Because if that part's good, then the translation will be right. So make sure the rotation's good first, and then we'll translate together after we all agree with what the coordinates are. Okay? And then you get to the next one on your own. You can work at your own pace. Okay, who has coordinates for me? Okay, after rotating, who has coordinates for me? Where should J land? Okay, Tris? 5. No, this is just after the rotation, not translating. Did you do both of them? No. Okay. Make sure you did J, not H. I think you might have accidentally did H. Try again. Monica, what do you have? 5-1. Okay. Again, make sure you're doing J, not H or I. Okay. Mary, what do you have? 1-6. All right. So we have those possibilities. I'm going to log my orientation here real fast. Okay. And I'm going to do it. All right. So 90, 180. Okay. It's in quadrant 1. I'm going to count across. Start at the origin. I have 1 to the right. I have 6 up. So the 0.16 would be the correct order pair. Are we okay with how I counted it? We're only working about J. Okay, we're only worried about point J at this point. Okay. So it moves to 0.16. Let's go ahead and plot that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. Okay. Make sure you have the right point. You two okay with where we ended up on that? Okay, good. All right. So the point is 1, 6. Okay. Now we got to translate that point 4 units right and 3 units down. Okay. So just count it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. See that point right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And then 3 down. 2, 3. So I end up right there. Is everybody okay with that? So where does it end up, everybody? Charlie, where does it land?
J?
J. J. Yeah, this is J after the rotation. This is J prime after the translation. I want the coordinates of J prime. The red point. Count it again. Count it again. Okay.
6, 3, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was the transformation? 4 units, right? Did I go too many? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on a second. Now I lost my train of thought for a second.
That's why I was getting confused. I was like, what? I think you counted one extra. It's 5.
No, my eyes were deceiving me. I have it plotted right. It's good. It is 0.53. Okay?
Oh, it's 5.3?
5.3. It was only 3 units down from 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay? 4 units to the right from 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay? So basically, if you're going to do the symbolic representation, it'd be plus 4 and minus 3. Give me the 0.53. Okay? Now, Lily, you looked really confused there. Not saying anything, but I can also hear you say that you were confused. So what happened? I got confused for a second because my eyes deceived me. I couldn't count squares.
From the beginning, I just got confused because I did it on myself before you said it, and I thought I was doing it right, and then you didn't, and I was like, oh wait, what I did.
Well, did you make sure you focused on the right point
Yeah.
when you rotate it? When you rotate here, maybe I can.
I rotated it right. I put it in. I went down instead of up.
Okay, you mean you rotated it this way instead of the other way?
No, I mean like I rotated it right. I just went down.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you okay, gotcha now. So does that make sense now? Then are you good? You think so? Okay. Well, you're gonna get to try this again in a minute, so that you can tell me. Okay. Evie, you have a question for me?
Is point like normal day
-1, -6, right? So when you rotate it 180 degrees, okay, it goes from quadrant 3 to quadrant 1. Either direction you rotate 180 degrees is 2 quadrants.
I keep counting -1, -5.
Hold on. You know what? You're right. This should be -1, -5. Okay. All right. My mistake, guys. Okay. Confusion. It is the 0.52. You guys are right. Okay. My mistake. I made a mistake too. That's probably why it all got confused. Okay. Right. My mistake. Because I told you the wrong initial coordinates. So, my mistake too. And this is live, and that's fine because now everybody knows I make mistakes, and that's perfectly fine too. We're going to move this down one level. There we go. Does that look better now? Lily, does that help a little bit now? Okay, now it should all sync up. So, here's the thing. You need to double check it after you do your work because it's easy to get it plotted on the wrong spot, okay? I just made that case in point. I've been doing this for a lot longer than you have, and I still screw it up all the time, okay? Double check it, triple check it. You never know, okay? Now it should be matched. So let's match it. So that's 1, 5, and that should be the 0.52. Are we okay with that now? So 5.2 should go down here. And you guys now are going to do the second set of transformations. Okay? Same pre-image. Okay? So you do it on the black square. Okay? But now you're going to transform it 2 different ways. Okay? And you're going to give me this blanks for A, B, and C. Okay? So give it a try. When you think you have the right answers, check it with me. And I'm going to stop the recording because at this point, everybody's going to do this on their own. And they can check it later. Actually, no, I'm not going to stop the recording. I'll put the final answers up here in just a second, too. Okay? I'll let it go for a minute. You guys think something might be something wrong? Question it. I've had a good weekend, too, so I'm a little removed from it also. You guys are my guinea pigs, so you have to let me know. I forget sometimes what things are. Okay? Let me double check it. Okay? So, Switches off a little bit. Is your reflector with the right axis?
So
That's correct.
this one, right?
That's correct. I hope to put it in that little shape, okay, at least find that point, on that point, over the x-axis, so you have it in the right spot. Make sure you reflect over the correct axis, okay? Reflecting over the x-axis this time, not the y-axis, okay? That's why you need to highlight your line of reflection. And make sure you reflect over the right one. Make sure you're reflecting over the x-axis, not the y-axis. All right, as you guys try to finish this up a little bit, let's talk, okay? Because I want to make sure I plan time before the bell rings. So, are they congruent, kids? No, because what approximation did I do? So, dilation means they're going to be what kind of shapes? Okay. Now, let's do this. Let's do it. So, I'm going to change my color here. I'm going to use green for my first one. And I'm going to just reflect it over the x-axis. Okay? I'm going to count it off. So, whoops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say that again. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's where J is after the reflection. Okay. There's just be a point -1, 5. Are we okay with that so far? Okay. Now dilate it. And I get the point -2, 10. This puts it all the way up here. Does that make sense? We multiply the coordinates by 2, right? Okay. That'd be the point -2, 10. Okay. Now, I still think we can go back and do E without having to graph plot the entire shape. Think about it. Okay. You dilate by a scale factor of 2. If HK was 3 lengths originally, three units, then after you dilate by 2, okay, how long is it going to be? 6. You double it. That's all you have to do. Okay. So you just multiply your length by your scale factor, and that's it. Is everybody okay with that? So you have additional practice problems like this on your assignment for tomorrow. Okay, practice them. And if you have any questions, email me. Okay, and we can use some time on Wednesday also to review some of these things as well. Okay, it can be just a little tricky. Just be glad, because usually in years past, we would transform the entire shape twice. We're not doing that. We're just doing one order pair this time. Okay, so we scaled it way back. Okay, so you don't have to worry about doing that for just that one order pair. And that's exactly what would be on the assessment too, just for that one order pair. Okay. Questions from me? All right, I'm going to stop our recording.